Alright, tubes, we're outside working on the truck. Just cleaning up some scabby stuff and going to do a quick paint up on this. After getting back down to the chrome, I'm kind of thinking I want to do a chrome or a polished aluminum wheel. Kind of want to do an aluminum wheel because I like aluminum wheels. So I'm just gonna pulling out loose debris, and I'm gonna tape off the hubs. Next spring or so, I think I'm gonna look at getting new wheels and new tires, a little bit bigger tire. I think I'm gonna go to a 32 or a 33, and then I think I might do a re-gear on this thing too, even though I don't want to. I'm going to. Just going for a very minimalist paint job here. Yeah, I'm just about down to the wear bars in the front here. These used to be on the back. The back is a little rough on tires, just because of the limited slip. Paint over the lug nuts too, I don't give a shit. It's got some regular paint. I'll show you what I'm using. It's not really wheel paint, but it's high town. Got a whole other can of this. Should be good enough for a couple, 4 tires. Just engine semi-gloss. Just got soaking transmission fluid, so. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna jack this up. This is what I'm having. Perfect. Just wanted to check. A little bit of play there. Feels like it's in the wheel bearing. I actually need to get in here and readjust everything and re-grease stuff. Shit, that looks a hell of a lot better. I don't care about getting the lug nuts so much. I just don't want my truck looking too ratty. I'm not ready to get new wheels and tires yet. Kinda waiting for that work bonus, you know? It's like I bought new wheels. I actually did this one time. Someone's like, "You got any wheels?" And I'm like, "No." Just a quick blitzkrieg on the crusty rusty parts and fucking paint it. I need to do the whole frame. It's gonna be something we need to do. Or at least these exposed parts. I'm gonna pull the springs and shocks out, make a tab for the brake line and all that fun stuff, and get that all painted up for winter. So we're gonna be getting this truck ready for winter because it's coming up. That and crappy weather. So I like that. A little bit of overspray never hurt anyone. Again, I'm just gonna get new wheels later on, and new tires. I'm thinking about the aluminum, polished aluminum. I'm not a serious off-roader, so I'm not worried about bending wheels or anything. This is a hybrid on and an off-road rig, so yeah. So I think I'm gonna do the other side, and then the back end I'll probably put on jack stands, and then take it out of gear, and then rotate those. I could even throw it in low range, first gear, and let it idle. I actually washed my truck today. It was pretty gross. Washed the truck and cleaned the windows. Forgot to clean the mirror. Washed the underside. Had some more sand I wanted to get off. I'm going to the beach. Try and keep that crap off here. And then go play on the beach and then immediately come home and wash the damn thing off. Now these wheels have been bugging me. And I want them to not bug me until I'm ready to get new wheels and tires. So, because I mean, I figured with that amount of tread there, back here I got quite a bit. These used to be on the front and I put them back here. I think that should be enough for one more winter, at least around here in Oregon. Yeah, so that's gonna be next spring. And honestly, guys, I think I'm gonna do 35s is just too much tire for what I use this truck for. So I'm thinking, I was thinking about 35s, but I don't know. I don't think it's really needed. Plus, I don't feel like, because I get mom, I have to lift it a little bit. I don't know. But what I'm thinking about doing is, I kind of like keeping the wheels tucked in like they are right now. So I'll probably just get a new factory size rim, but probably in an alloy, since that's what I want. And then I'm going to do like a 32 or a 33 inch tire, but keep it under 12 inches wide. And I found a size 32 by 11.5 by 15. And the one tire I was looking at, the overall diameter is 33 inches, which is perfect because that brings my RPM down a little bit lower at 65 miles an hour, which is what I normally like to cruise at. However, I don't want to go too big of a tire because I don't want to be lugging around a huge tire. You know, I drive this thing in and out of town, highway and whatnot. And right now the 350 gears are, and I don't feel like gearing it yet. So, and honestly, I like keeping it kind of, right now it's nimble as it is, and I like to keep it that way. I don't want it to be a big wallowy turd. So I think a slightly larger tire and a slightly larger tire just to make it look a little bit better. And then of course the aluminum rims that I want, same pattern as this but polished aluminum. I think that would look really nice. And a little bit bigger tire. I'm probably gonna go with just either these again, which I really like these for on off-road, work great, especially in the snow, or when the roads get icy and snowy and ruddy and nasty. I really like these tires, so I may either get these again or just go with like a Yokohama, which it's a Geolander AT. I've had that before. It worked pretty good in the snow and ice as well. Good highway tire. I didn't like it at first, but it is actually a good tire. Wears pretty good, so I might either get that. I'm not sure, but I know what the size I think I've settled on. And then at some point, this is just a wish list item. I want to get rid of U-joint axles up here, and what I would like to go with are the RCV joints. Well, basically, the freaking thing is, chromoly axle shaft, and then you've got CV joints instead of U joints, and effectively that actually makes it as strong as a Dana 60 or close to it. You know, it's $1,100 to $1,200 expense, but that's something in the future I'd like to throw in here. Possibly a zip locker or something up front, just for a little added, you know, capability if I decided to go all out at some point with this. And then in the rear, we'll talk about that here in a second. I initially wasn't going to do this, but I just thought of a way how can I just make this quick and easy. It's essentially the same way I did it 6 years ago when I bought this truck. I know Bama Grant really likes when I tear tape. I've showed that enough. My attention has been focused on this truck the last few weeks. After we do the wheels, we paint the frame and the shock hoops and all that good stuff, get everything degreased and painted. I want to move to the bed. I don't want to do this before the hot weather goes away. I'm going to get the bed. I want to get it ground down, clean, blown out, and then what I would like to do is primer it and maybe lay down some sort of truck bed coating or repaint it and throw a rubber mat in and then lock the mat down. That is a thought. Dark out too. Oh yeah, how's there? No play there. No play there. Probably still open it up and get in there and re-grease everything. We're gonna do all that. There's I don't know, in a few weeks. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna do coolant change, oil change, fuel filter change, transmission fluid, transfer case. Differential I just did. We're gonna go all out on this truck before winter comes. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of videos on this old girl. I hear something scary going on in there. And I'm not talking about the brakes dragging on the rotors. And I See, the brake rotor looks a little sketchy. I thought I was seeing a huge groove in my brake rotor, but I was wrong. I do hear something funny going on in there. Huh. We'll have to investigate that when we do our annual PM. Haven't had any weird vibrations lately. Mostly because I took care of that. I had a weird vibration and I greased up my drive shaft, which hasn't been done since I did the 5-speed swap. Smooth as butter. That's doesn't seem to be a problem anymore. Just giving this a good coat of paint. I'm actually not even hitting the tires like I did the other side, so that actually worked out pretty good. Give that a few more minutes and I'll move to the other side. Move to the back. It's kind of stupid painting over the lug nuts, but I'm going to get a new set of lug nuts for this, and proper ones. These are all locking. That's so stupid. So, new wheels, new lug nuts, new tires. The whole thing. And part of the reason why I want to keep the tire right in here tucked in like this, that's how it was from the factory. And these bearings here, as long as they're not fucked up, because, you know, pardon my language, but as long as they're not messed up, greased up, maintained, they have the correct preload on them, you know, they'll last a long time. So, I'm not, I plan on keeping this truck until I just, well, honestly, I'm just gonna I want to just be able to drive the truck. That's, you know, if you keep a lathe and a milling machine well oiled and maintained, and you keep the ways clean and all that good stuff, and it's just constantly taken care of, it'll go and go and go and go. And that's the way I look at it with this truck. I just keep up on it, and it's been fairly decent to keep up on. I think I'm gonna do the back wheels some other time. Maybe do it Wednesday. It's getting a little dark, and I don't want to have to set up lights, so yeah, I'll come back later, do that back wheel. I'm not going to show you guys how I'm going to do that one, but I wanted to show you what I was working on. So, anyways, forgot all what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the rear end. So, the rear end on this thing, so I got a Ford 9-inch, 350 gears. I've got 350 gears in the front. You know, all the factory Ford gears, you know, these things came with. So, you know, never mind the straight axle, it was out of a different truck that had the same gears. I kind of want to go to 410s, but the problem is when I'm looking for 410 gears for 9-inch, 411s is what comes up. And I can get 410s for the front. The problem with that is I don't want to do 411 and then 410. I want to have a matched gear set so I can run this in a be able to run this on wet or icy pavement and not have one set of wheels fighting the other. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting an 8.8, which I really don't want to do, but if I get an 8.8 out of a newer truck so it has the flange, I think what I'll do is get an 8.8. I'm going to put a I would like to do a mechanical locker, not a one that you can operate by cable. I want to keep that non-electrical or pneumatic. And then we'll do 410s. I want to do 35 spline carrier and all that stuff. And then I want to do disc brakes in the back. Let's see, 35 spline axle shaft, and then eventually take out the 2-wheel drive bastard pack springs and the 3.5-inch lift blocks out of this. Put 6-inch lift Superflex springs in, and of course we're gonna have to change all the hangers out for that. That'll give us a chance to wire wheel that whole section of frame down, cut it with whatever, and then we'll have our lift will be based on just spring, not blocks or anything. I want to get rid of the blocks, and then put some type of traction bar in, just to, you know, add a little stoutness to the rear suspension. So those are just some thoughts that I've been thinking about for the next few years on, you know, messing with this thing. This is basically my coloring book. So of course I'm going to get a different diff cover for that 8.8, something to strengthen it up, give the bearing some more support, you know, stuff like that. But I think that's what's going to happen in the future for this. But right now I got some stuff to paint up and seal up. So the frame and all this up here I would like to do next, so we'll probably spend a couple of days doing that. And then I want to basically rip the interior out of the truck and seal up the floor. So and I have some modifications to my 4-wheel drive shifter hole that I need to make. So yeah, I got a pretty good size to-do list on this. Luckily, the stuff that I want to do is, you know, paint, clean, and whatnot. Not, I'm not ready to just lay down thousands of dollars for stuff. And then probably when winter rolls around, we're gonna work on intercooling. So, and that reason being is it'll be cooler to work on stuff. Right now, doing stuff like that, it's hot. Well, anyways, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to head it inside, wrap up for the night. I'll do the back, probably not tomorrow, but Wednesday. I also have that day off, so we'll have another video. We'll do that and talk about truck stuff. So we're gonna be doing truck stuff for a while. Sound good? Good night, Tibbs.